What's happening, everybody? Game Guy Whoop Whoop, and man, do I have a battle for you today. It is short, but it is indeed a treat. Galvantula is a trooper. That's really all I can say. That sums up this entire match. Galvantula is a trooper. Now, I went with my all-electric team. He went with his dragon team. The only thing on his team that scares me is that Flygon, because it's scarfed. That's pretty much it. Because if I lose my Rotom to that thing, it can just proceed to sweep my entire team with Earthquake. So I was really paranoid about that thing, and the only thing I really had to deal with it was Bolt. He's the strongest. Wait, actually, well, he's the fastest on the team, but I guess that really didn't matter in the long run. So anyway, I lead off with him. He leads off with his Hydreigon. I 2-hit KO it with HP Ice as I live a Dragon Rush from it, which I was kind of surprised to see. I don't normally see Dragon Rush on main Pokemon for its inaccuracy or a physical move on a Hydreigon, but physical sets are pretty common actually, so I should watch out for that. So he goes into his I am really behind. Okay, he goes into his Flygon. I switch out into Bubby, predicting an EQ, but he actually goes for the U-turn and goes out to Latias. And he said that this Latias was actually a counter to water types, which is actually very smart because Rotom Wash can actually wall Latias pretty well. But with Energy Ball, it can do some pretty good work actually. So, Energy Ball, it works on a Latias. Try it out if you can. So, I Volt Switch Bubby out of there because I do not want him to die. I really need him for that Flygon. And I go out into Beam. He takes the Psychic really well. Much better than I thought he would. So I am free to 2-hit KO that Latias with an Ice Punch. I looked at Beam's stats again. He actually has okay special defense, almost peaking 200, which is good considering this team's not defensive at all, except for Bubby. But it's more of a bulky special attacker, so it's still more offensive than defensive. So I predict an EQ from this thing, go into Bubby, and indeed he does go for the EQ. So I am free to Pain Split on whatever he switches into, which is his Kyurem. And that's very good because Kyurem is the bulkiest thing on his team. And now that I think about it, it probably could have given me some trouble because I don't really have anything on this team that can do a substantial amount of damage to it. Wait, actually, no. Beam could hit it hard with a Cross Chop. So there's that. Well, I'm not sure. So I go for the HP Fire. It really doesn't do much of anything. And he goes for the Dragon Pulse, which does a lot of something, I guess. So I don't want Bubby to stay in there. I need my Bubbage for the Flygon. So I Volt Switch him out of there, going into X, hoping... I hate bugs. Hoping X can live a Dragon Pulse, which he indeed does, so I'm free to take out that Kyurem with an Ice Fang. Now he goes into his Haxorus. I was kind of worried if it had Dragon Dance. The only move I know this thing knows is Dual Chop, and, well, Brick Break after seeing it used here, so I was kind of nervous if it had Dragon Dance, because it could definitely outspeed X after Dragon Dance. I don't know if it could outspeed Bolt. I don't know if it really mattered. Anyway, so I hit it with an Ice Fang to break the Focus Sash, and he takes out X with the Brick Break. But I can just bring Bolt in to finish it off with an HP Ice with an unnecessary critical hit. And back into his Flygon again. Man, I was really paranoid of this thing. I go out into Bubby to take an EQ, but he actually predicts my switch and goes for the Outrage. So, good play on his part. With Bubby out of the way, it makes it that much harder to deal with this thing. At this point, I was thinking, okay, if I can fodder off Beam and then my Raichu or my Galvantula, switch into Bolt, hoping he can hit himself in Confusion, which he would have to do twice in order for me to get off an HP Ice. But Galvantula is indeed a trooper. Buggin lives the Outrage. I know for a fact this Flygon is max attack, max speed, jolly nature. I know because I'm the one that gave it to him. If it had an adamant nature, that would have been the end of it for me. I don't know if that critical hit mattered or not, because Flygon does really not have good defenses. But, either way, Buggin, you're a trooper. You really surprised me there. So, I can just take out his Flygon and Dragonite with HP Ice. So, good game, and there's a double down because of Life Orb recoil. But still, I never even got to use my Sub Punch set on my Raichu. I never get to use Sub Punch sets on any of my Pokemon except for my Green Toad, but that's okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next battle, whatever the battle is.